Little feet on the ground, running while making sound. But in their hearts they know there's a way they should go. In the light of His grace, every doubt they erase. Love and truth as they grow, in His arms they will glow.
Good day, viewer at home. You're welcome to the premiere edition of Tales of Faith on Kingdom Kids TV channel with Oluremi. I'm not doing it alone. I have wonderful men and a gentle lady amongst us here. So let me introduce them to you. This is Familiary, this is Gabriel, this is Deji, and this is Shiri. On this program, what we do is to tell you how life of every personality in the Bible eventually turn out from their teenage age to the youth stage and to their adult, and summarize what lessons we have learned from their life, which will put us on the pedestal of a wonderful believer. So if you are not joining, please enable to join us. I'll be right back after this. So welcome back from that break. If you are just joining, it is Tales of Faith on KKTV channel. So who am I starting with? Let's start with Chi. Chi, we will be discussing about the birth, the growth, the ministry, the persecution, the crucifixion, the death, and the resurrection. So let's start with you. Tell us what you know about the birth.
So the birth of Jesus was on this wise. Mary Magdalene, which was the mother of Jesus, was about to get endowed to Joseph. So before they got together, Joseph found out that Mary was pregnant and wanted to um, put out without letting the public to know about it because he was a gentleman. But in his dream, but before that, an angel appeared to Mary, telling her that, okay, oh, Mary, you will have a child, and this child is from the Holy Ghost, and you will name him Jesus. But then, when Mary knew, then Joseph also knew, then an angel also appeared to Joseph. Why the thought of him was like, let me let Mary to be going so as to not cause disgrace. So while those thoughts was in his mind, while he was in his sleep, an angel appeared to him. I was like, Joseph, thou son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary in as your wife. For what is conceived in her is from the Holy Ghost, and you will name him Jesus. So when Joseph woke up from his sleep, he listened to those instructions that was given to him by the Holy Ghost, and fortunately, Mary gave birth to Jesus, and they also named him Jesus.
Wow, that's excellent. We cannot but appreciate the uh, succinct explanation of the birth of Jesus by Shi. Shi, you've done wonderfully well, but as you are reading out the birth of Jesus, I'm very sure that some of us will see um, multiple movies about the birth of Jesus, and now some questions will be arising. So let us start addressing the questions. Start joining us on our social media, on our Instagram, our TikTok, on our X page, and also our WhatsApp group. Continue dropping the message, we'll get back to you. So, Deji, the concluding part of the death of Jesus, because I'm very sure that that was not the end of the death of Jesus. Can you shed more light?
The angel of God appeared to them, saying that they should take Jesus out of the land they were. Word broke out that King Herod was killing all the firstborns in Egypt. So they had to take Jesus out of the land they were.
When they took Jesus out of Bethlehem, where did they? Do you know where? That was where the angel of God eventually instructed them. If you are just joining, you have not missed so much because we are just on the first part of the program, which is the birth of Jesus. We have done justice to a part. So after this musical break, please endeavor to join us. Stay tuned. From that musical break, I'm very sure you are enjoying yourself. And if you also want to be part of the program, you see contact scrolling behind or underneath the screen. So endeavor to uh, call, text, or eventually join us on our social media page to make your request. Also for advertisements, we are open so that this program can continue its coverage to your enjoyment in your comfortable homes. So, as you're saying, we're still talking about the story and the life of Jesus. God bless Brother Luigi and Brother Shidi. We did justice to the birth of Jesus. So I'm moving to Gabriel. Gabriel will be telling us the growth, moving from the growth inside the ministry of Jesus. So let's see what Gabriel has called from the growth and ministry of Jesus.
Okay, Jesus started the ministry while he was 12 years old.
Wow.
He was a very courageous man. So he went to the temple. His mom and dad took him to the temple. That was Joseph and Mary. Took him to the temple. So when they were there, they met Jesus in the middle of the priests. And he was preaching to them. They were like, Jesus, let's go home. They were like, why will you take me away from my father's house? So he did not allow them. Then after then, that's when they started this fasting and prayer. It's 40 days fasting and prayer. He went there, he came over different temptations, but he did not allow the temptation to affect his fasting and prayer. So then he went for his baptism because John was already preaching to the people that there's a Messiah coming to save the world. So immediately John cited Jesus Christ. He was like, why will I baptize you? You are the one that ought to baptize me. But that was Jesus. Um, I don't know how to put it. He puts all everything that he has down. So you have to go for the baptism. Then after John baptized him, then he took him from heaven and the voice land. Then he said that this is my son, who I love, with whom I'm pleased with. So after then, he started his gospel. He started preaching to the people. Then I think some priests. There's a time he went to a church. Let me call it a church. That I went to preach to them temple. So he went to preach to them. So the people were like, all the priests, they're like, what are you saying? What do you know about God? Then chased him out of that priest. So it was actually like, what did I do? I was just trying to preach the gospel. And the Pharisees and Sadducees, they were even against Jesus Christ because the law Moses gave them is different from the law Jesus got. Because Jesus came to the life to die for our sins and cleanse all our iniquity. So after that, they were like, this was not the law God gave Moses to give us, but he was like, he was trying to make the law simpler for them because then it was like anybody that steal, they should kill them. But you don't want that. Or anybody that can commit adultery, they should go and look for sacrifice or they should do anything to them, disgrace them. So he just comes to the world to make some adjustments about the law of Moses. Not that he's disputing the fact that God gave him, but he's trying to make some adjustments on the law he gave him. So people were against him. He found the 12 disciples that they were following him, like John and Peter that he met in the sea when they were looking for fish. So he made them the fishers of men. So they become people. They became people that they will be preaching to them good news, gospel of God to people. So after then, they continued their journey and they went to, let me say, the persecution. Then the persecution. Judas Iscariot was one of the disciples of Jesus Christ. But before the persecution, they went for the last night supper. So after during the supper, Jesus told them that he is going, but they did not understand. So he actually said that one of you will betray me. So they were like, who will betray Jesus? Jesus was like, I can never betray him. But he said, one of you shall betray me. Then he gave them his flesh. bread. They call it bread, yeah, but it's his flesh. He gave them his flesh and said, "Yeah, this is my flesh," and give them the head. They drank the blood of Jesus Christ. So after that, there Jesus also said somebody among them is going to deny him too. So after they went away from there, he went to guest man to pray because he was like, Father, let this cup run over me. He was praying that he don't want to pass through this of him. But God did not think whether he because he's his son. He not think whether because he's his son, he used him. But God not it's not that he not answer his prayer, but God wants him to do the will of him. So after that, he was praying, he came back, saw his disciples sleeping. He was like, why you guys sleeping instead of be praying? Then he went again, second time he prayed again. The third time he prayed, then he went. While they were going, so Judas already negotiated with the let me say Pharisees. So when he negotiated with them, he collected the monies and things. He said that anybody I kiss and I call my master, that's the person you are looking for because the Pharisees do not they don't recognize Jesus. So when he kissed him, and Jesus said they already know that he already betrayed him. Listen. So while they were coming and they were approaching Jesus Christ, so Peter was like, "Why will you want to what arrest him?" So he took his sword and cut one of the army yeah. So after he cut the hair, so Jesus was like, "Hey, don't do that." But he actually gummed the hair back. Let's say he cured the hair, he used the hair back. So after they arrested him, he was mocked, they beat him, he was disgraced. So even when he went to the king's place, they gave him the crown, the more crown. They gave him more crown. So people were like, "Maybe you are the son of God. Why can't you save yourself?" So some people saw Peter reacting like, Peter, we know you. You were one of the disciples of Jesus Christ. He was like, "No, I'm not the one." He denied the first time, the second time, and the third time. Then when he denied his finish, that's when he looked at Jesus and he remembered what Jesus told him during the last supper that someone is going to deny him after the cup called three times. Then he went for he prayed for forgiveness instantly. For Judas Iscariot, he did not do that. He actually he killed himself and he returned the money because everything he did was not because of he did not love Jesus, but because of the money that was there. That's why he did it. So he was like, and God forgive me again. That's why we Christians or Christian teenagers, we have to have faith in God. Because there are some sins you are going to say that I think God will not forgive you. But actually, He's still going to forgive you because the Bible makes us understand that God is a merciful God.
Wow. Wow. I wish we can clap on this program. But if you are just joining, you've missed a lot. Well, it's not the end of the program because we still have so much in stock for you. So before we eventually go for our third break, Mr. Gabriel, I want you to um, look at the lessons. I mean, I'm still coming to you because there is a part that everybody is we are going to get. So, can you tell us some of the lessons that you learned from the birth to the growth and its persecution? Okay, let's stop at this persecution. What are the lessons that you learned?
Firstly, I learned about humility. Somebody should be humble because the humble itself, even at the point of death, so like even the way they are beating me, not called that. Hey, Jesus, because he has the power. I cannot just say that. Someone should strike all of them and they should die. No, he was still humble. He calmed himself down, and he passed through all those persecutions, and he died for our sin, and even resurrected back. Then the second one is faith. We should have faith in God. Everything we do, we should have faith. Judas does not believe in faith then because he was like, thing I sin, life will he forgive me? So instead of him asking for forgiveness, he went to kill himself because of my faith.
Wow. Wow. I think those two lessons are great lessons. So, Shei, do you agree with what we have said, or do you have other lessons that we've learned from the journey, at least from where we started to where we are presently?
Yeah, So I learned about obedience. So right from the time that before even Jesus was born, Mary, she obeyed, and Joseph also obeyed. So if they did not listen to what the angel said, Jesus would never be born. So the
Obedience
yeah,
is
the
key.
they obeyed, and that's why Jesus was born, and that's why he died for our sins.
And that's excellent. Deji, do you have any lesson you learned from this back and forth about the story of Jesus?
Yes. I learned that whatever we do, we should always have faith in God.
I think Gabriel already mentioned
And
about faith in God.
and whenever we come, whenever we sin against God, we should ask for forgiveness.
I think that's the lesson you learned. So I pick obedience from you. I pick we
God,
asking for forgiveness. I pick faith and what and humility. So familiarly, is there any lesson that you learned before we go to the part we are going to explain to us?
Husband is about forgiveness.
Okay, you also learned about forgiveness. So
Yeah.
forgiveness one, forgiveness two. So I'm very sure you are writing, I'm very sure you are jotting because there are questions that you are going to be answering for you to get consolation prizes on this program. We'll be having season by season, episode by episode, and each episode will be coming out with questions that we accumulate, discuss together. At the end of each season, you'll be getting a prize that you cannot even imagine. It might be a car, it might be a house, and it might be lesser than that. So familiarly, tell us the traveler, the journey.
He woke Lazarus from death after 4 days, and he made Peter and John a great fishers of men.
Now, those are miracles eventually, but um, how do you feel about seeing Jesus? He was born like everybody, he was there and was performing his miracles. You also want to do that